Ólafur Arnar Ingolfsson, he was working with me in this. Now he have moved to EMR in Norway. And we have been working in this last years. So as he said, we raised this question for as a name in this presentation. Are the design or the size of the troll affecting the cut and selectivity? And we start here just into the intro for the presentation. I will start shortly to tell you about the basics about the method. After that, I will just go over some results from several surveys we have been going through. First is codend design in nephrop trolls. Then we will look at different methods and the same codend, that is one or two codend on the same troll. We will look at the differences in circumferences in large commercial troll. And finally, results we had just in September, now last September, where we was looking at different codend's net material on two different designed trolls. And we will look at the results from two ways as a results within the codends in different trolls, and the same results within the trolls within different codends. You will see it. Finally, summary and conclusion in the end. So you have to get this quick and dirty if you don't understand selectivity. This is all done with a cover codend. We have the test codend, we put a cover over it, we collect the fishes going through the meshes in the test codend. So we can measure all the fishes in the codend and those who had thought they was escaping. And after we have measured them, we can make lines, like you can see here, one line for every hole we make. And we take it then together for every setup in our one average line as a selectivity line for that method. The important number is we call L50. That is the length of the fish, which is 50% inside the codend and 50% is escaping the codend. So I will talk about these L50 numbers a few times. And I will show you some lines like this, but box plots as well with L50. So if you didn't get it now, you are lost. You're going on. First results. Summer 2012, we was on a short survey with a nephrop troll. We was looking at 4 codends. That was 2 mesh sizes with 2 different circumferences each. We had here a 90 millimeter with 100 meshes around. That's a normal codend like they are using in the commercial fleet. Then we have the same mesh size, but as a wider codend with 134 meshes in surrounding. Why we was looking at that is the reason is that some of the captains like to use wider codends. Well, what is happening here is we have the selection line here for the normal one, the red one, which is quite good. It's okay. It's around 35 millimeter in carcass length. But when only with making the codend same mesh size, only making the codend more wider, the selectivity go down and they are catching much more of smaller nephrops. But they are not landing those smaller nephrops. I wonder where they are. That's another story. Then we have another mesh size, 105 millimeter mesh, and the same circumferences. You see it's fewer meshes, but we have the same because they are bigger meshes. And of course, bigger meshes, we are getting the selectivity more up, and we are losing some valuable nephrops. But if we have the wider content, we are getting it nearby the same as the normal one where they are usually used. But the thing is, there are no regulations about the circumferences of the contents, but only the masses. But as you can see, there are almost as much factor the circumferences as the masses, right? So that is the situation. So that is the lesson of this trial. It's not all about the mesh sizes. Look at the next one. The summer 2012 as well. I was busy that summer. So we went on survey there. This is the same trawl here, very same trawl. And we was doing a trial here with separating the trawl with a horizontal panel. What we are playing with was we was trying to get the haddock going up in the upper content and the cod in the under content. That is working quite well, actually. No problem with that. But what we did as well, we was using this cover content method. We measured the selectivity on one content and the upper content here with the cover content, and this content here with the other one. This is the very same content. So we just changed this trawl, we divided and add another content under it. So what will happen in the selectivity? Very same content. Well, it's a huge difference. When we have one content, we are having an average 43 centimeter in the cod in the L50. But down to 36 when the same content is with another content in the same trawl. So it have clearly effect. And the same can we see in the haddock. I put a small graph here upstairs. It's a selection range. We want to have those numbers small and with a small variations, so you can see as well. This is quite good research here, as when we are using only one content, but that is like the fleet are using it anyway. So we have to be careful if we are putting two contents in the same time. We will put the selectivity down. So now we have found one more thing. The design of the trawl is affecting the selectivity of the very same content. Look on another example. This year in January, I and Ólafur went at sea on a big commercial ship it's called Örfirisey and is owned by HP Grandi. There was, of course, using a normal commercial and widely used trawl called bacalhau, big trawl. It is 75 meters from the fishing line to the end of the content. And on board, we was measuring 3 contents with this cover content method. It was content in T19 in 120 millimeters, and that was the reason we was on board, was looking at this content, believed to have the similar selections as normal content. Therefore, we was measuring the other one, normal content, 135 millimeters. This is 100 meshes around. This is a normal content like they are using in the fleet. We made a false seam on the content, the very same content, make it a bit narrower. So it was only 60 meshes surrounded, but it was very same content. I'm not going to show you the results from the T19 trawl because it's not inside this story I'm telling you now. You can ask me later. I will show you the results from these two here, the 160. So what we did see here is when we have a narrow content, we are getting better selectivity, 38.2 centimeter in cod. And even the same did we see in the haddock. for 37.4. But, and I might read around here inside this, the selectivity in this commercial ship with a normal commercial trawl with a widely used codend was with selectivity in cod 30.4. It is extremely low. It's almost no fish escaping this trawl. And we was wondering what the heck was going on here. This is not normal. This is not like we want to have it. So therefore, we redesigned, we had a survey time now in beginning of September, and we redesigned the survey and decided to try to figure out what is going on. Hábjargrandi was loaning us here this big trawl, Bacalhau, similar as we was trying in Örfirisey. And we went for the survey with our trawl, which we have been used for many years to do those selectivity trials when we are measuring grids or different codends and so on and so on. Then we are, of course, using our trawl, which is here. So we had that with us as well. Two trawls, huge difference. You can see it here. The headline on this trawl here, 36.6 meters. But the headline on this trawl is 70.2 meters. The fishing line here on this trawl, in our trawl, is 22.6 meters, but the fishing line in the other is 40 meters. The length of this trawl is from the fishing line to the end of the codend is 41 meters, when the other one is 81 meters. The extension is this small part here, back after the belly and to the beginning of the codend, is 45.5 messes in length. It is about half of the length of the codend. But the extension in this trawl here is 90.5 messes in length. That is the same length as the codend. Different cut on the belly on this trawl, it is more sharp cut, making the trawl shorter. But the other one is more smooth cutted, making it longer. So generally, we can say those two trawls are very different in design and very different in size. There are some trawlers using similar trawl like this, but many are using this design as well in the fleet. We had in this survey two codends. They were very similar. One was a green, the other one was yellow. But they had the same circumferences, the same length, the same mesh sizes, and we measured it, so it was the same. But the only thing was different, other than the color, was the twine itself. In the green one, we had 2 × 6 millimeter diameter in the twine, in polyethylene. The weight of the twine is just over 1 kilo per 100 meters. But the yellow one had a 2 × 6.2 millimeters twine. You hardly can see the difference, so small difference it is. But there are more thread in this twine and making it more heavier, so it's just over 1.5 kilo per 100 meters. So generally, they are very like, but the yellow one is heavier and bit stiffer material, but the green is lighter and softer. The results. In our trawl, we usually use, we call it gulltopper, the trawl, we usually use in our surveys like this. The difference between the trawls, between the codends, was hardly known. It was same results. Even the yellow one was showing better process. It was giving us a better selection range, bit lower than the green one. So that was better. Okay, very good. But we had another trawl, a commercial trawl, used in the fleet. Huge difference between those two trawls. Not only that, it was much lower selectivity in this trawl with the same contents compared with other trawls. We are getting here 32.8 in the green one and 37.0. So if you look at the picture again, it's the same results but seen from the contents. So the yellow content, we have a huge difference between the yellow content when we look at the different trawls. Same content, very same content. Same place where we are fishing on the same places as well. And we are getting here selectivity in 25.7 centimeter cod in this yellow content in the commercial trawl. That is like the fleet are using it. There are hardly any fish escaping this trawl, but this trawl is okay by the law. It have 135 millimeter mesh size. So it's okay. So, summary of this. Mesh size is far from being the most important factor for codend selectivity. Circumferences is a strong factor for codend selectivity. Wider codend reduce the L50 generally. Narrower codend increase the L50. How the codend is used affect the selectivity. Like we did see, 2 codend instead of 1. And we know, for instance, when we are using grid in front of the codend, I don't have the results from that, but I think the selectivity will go down there. Codend material or twine affect the selectivity. That is nothing new, but it can vary greatly between the same codend attached on different trawl. Trawl size and or design has a significant effect on codend selectivity. The conclusion from this was, if laws or regulations are meant for promoting the wanted selectivity from the gear, the whole design of the trawl and codend must be taken into account. And another, results from codend selectivity is only representative for the codend in the trial and the trawl that it is attached to. So, thank you. Christian?
I have one question. You didn't mention anything about the catches each trawl.
Yeah, that's true. And actually, there's a story about that too. Well, there was a huge difference between these trawl, and the bigger one was catching more. And we tested that. You can explain lower L50 with a bigger trawl for about 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter in the L50. But that is not explaining this huge difference. We are talking about 12 centimeter difference.
And the second question is, could it be possible then when you have a sharper cutting the front part of the trawl, front codend, that you get some selectivity at that part?
Yeah, well, it could be, but because we have the cover codend, we are only measuring the selectivity in the codend itself. So actually what is happening in the front, it doesn't affect our measurements. But of course, yes, it can be happening. So we are not talking about the trawl selectivity. We are only talking about the codend selectivity. Ulrich?
Do I understand you correctly when you say that the codend plays an important role in difference of selectivity, but the catch size does not?
The catch size have some effect. Yes, not all. Not the all, no.
It's very interesting results we've got there. And they are missing in the general discussion about selectivity. Now we have some of them. And they're good in the light of the upcoming discount ban, because with the upcoming discount ban, there is a hope that we will go from landing quotas to catch quotas, and that means that there is not the same incentive from the management side to have all those very specific regulations going into detail, where some of them you will see in the EU regulations are absolutely absurd. Going down, talking about almost how the net maker should hold the needle in his hand. But I'm therefore afraid that you are concentrating a lot on the L50, because with no technical regulations, there are no mesh size anymore, and that means that the fishermen need to do the selectivity themselves in order to achieve the amount of small fish and big fish they want, and therefore also a study like this tend to put the focus on certain gears which are not very good for the L50, and those who are good for the L50, because in the future there will be this discussion is rubbish.
Yeah, but that is what we are actually seeing here. If we are going to have a regulation about the whole trawl, you can change some very tiny thing, and you change the L50. So,
but these results are good for the fishermen in the future to.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But regulation about the mesh size alone is bullshit. Simply.